If you're running a business that focuses on balloon decor, maybe you're providing decor or entertainment services directly. Maybe you're a manufacturer, supplier, a service provider that serves the industry. When the word recession starts coming up, it causes a reaction in the industry, and it not only causes a reaction because as business owners we can become concerned about what that means for our business and our business health, but it causes a reaction in our customers, right? Particularly like the businesses and the parties and the planners and how they're going, the budget they have and the amount of money they want to spend. So I want to take a few minutes to talk about how to get your business ready for a recession. And just for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeff. I have the team behind the business here, and this channel is just focused on helping you get better with your digital marketing and your sales for your balloon decor, your distributor, your manufacturer business serving the industry, your service business serving the industry. So if you like this content, my only ask is that you go check out the other videos, see if there's anything interesting to you, and share this with someone else that you think would really benefit from learning more about this. So let's talk real quick about what a recession is, kind of the effect it has on the consumer. And in our case, sometimes that's the B2B consumer, not like the consumer that we're talking about going to the grocery store and buying groceries. We'll talk a little bit about business and how you can get your business ready and essentially mentally prepare and think about how to adjust. Because if a recession's significant and substantial, your business is going to have to change to continue. So we'll talk just a little bit about that. And then, if there's things I've missed, you've probably been through a few recessions in the balloon decor industry. We see it from a little bit different perspective since we're real focused on sales and marketing for your business. I would love for you to chime in the comments if you have anything that you think is important for other decor business owners to see when they're thinking about this and searching for this later. So here's so a recession. What is a recession? Super brief. It's when you're like what the government would say is it's when gross domestic product goes down compared to last year. Okay, which basically means that the amount of trade and business happening in the country is shrinking instead of growing. That's what a recession is. Recessions can be very mild. They can be very strong. Recessions can impact a single industry or a single geographic area, or they could be big and widespread, right? A lot of times after a natural disaster, for example, there's a very clear recession in that geographic area that was impacted by the natural disaster because the people are impacted, the business are impacted, buildings and infrastructure might be impacted, right? All of that. So that's what a recession is. It's really not something to be scared of or worried about in the life of your business because your business is going to go through many of them. I would really encourage you to be thinking about recessions when there's no fear mongering or actual recessions happening, because your business will be more resilient if you're methodically thinking about the things that we're going to talk about here and how they apply all the time, not just in the face of a substantial, like compressed change that might happen because of a recession. And recent recessions, the ones people know about, 2008, there was a massive housing caused recession in the economy. But also there was a much more localized recession associated with the COVID pandemic all across the world. There were such massive changes in consumer behavior and in business behavior during that time. So that's a little context on recessions. Yeah, let me give you some tips on how to think about your business if we're staring at the word recession in the news and that sort of thing, and so you're spending some time looking at what your business should be doing. Here are some tips from my team on how to go about preparing for this in your business. Number one, don't cut your marketing budget. You're going to have financial pressure. You're going to be feeling the pressure of potentially reduced revenue. I really want you to do your best not to cut your marketing budget. And I know you're sitting there thinking, well, yeah, but that's a digital marketing guy. But let me tell you the business reason. You can decide for yourself whether or not you think this is blasphemy. Ultimately, during a recession, you have a headwind and an opportunity when it comes to your marketing effort. The headwind, meaning the thing holding you back, is that revenue is harder to come by. Your cost to acquire a new customer is going to go up. So as you're spending your marketing money, the efficiency on that marketing money isn't going to be as good, right? There's fewer customers in your existing customer pool. And so, there's going to be an impact. It's going to cost you more to recruit new customers. Oh my gosh, the cost is going up. I should stop marketing. It's not a good reaction, right? Like that's the reaction of a business that's looking to go out of business. Okay, so that's one aspect of it. That the cost of marketing is going to go up to acquire that additional customer. But I also want to point out that your recessions weed out competition, and so there's going to be competitors that just don't want to continue anymore. There's going to be businesses that shut down. There's going to be businesses that stop marketing, right? So that's like the tailwind. That's the thing helping you along. Often, what we see in balloon decor in recession cycles like this is um, some established businesses will shut down because the owners want to go do other things, or they'll sell, and there'll be some merging or combining or new owners in the space. There will also be a lot of new balloon decor businesses that pop up because there's this perception that balloon decor is a very easy business to start and get into. And that happens in any business category where there's a low barrier to entry, right? And so it represents an increased cost for a time to acquire new customers, but it also represents an opportunity to take more of the market share because you're an established business and you can spend that marketing money. You can spend that extra money to acquire a new customer. And the new startups that might come in, they're not going to have that kind of budget available to do marketing and to be spending that money to acquire the customer. They're going to have to hustle in other ways and get customers in the do-it-yourself and time-sensitive ways, as opposed to the ways you can impact with money. So think about this and what it means for your website, and what it means for your marketing, and what it means for anything you're doing in print, tags or stickers or QR codes you're putting on your balloons and your work. Would you take that all away because a recession has started? That's not, it's not a good strategy for your business. So please don't cut your marketing budget. Consider increasing it, but think about it from this business context that I'm explaining. That's the important part. I need you to, decide whether or not this is relevant to your business for yourself, not just listen to me telling you that and believe it. But this is a standard business practice that applies to just about any type of business during times when there are recessions or, changes in the market. So that's number one. Number two, if you're running Google advertising, I want you to focus on the ads that make you money, and I want you to stop the ads that don't make you money. Wait, Jeff, you just told me not to spend less on my marketing. That's right. Your Google ads, when you're running Google ads, we're constantly experimenting to find ads that work. And as we're experimenting to find ads that work, and what is a working ad? A working ad is one that makes you profit. Right? As we're trying to find ads that work, we're finding a whole lot of ads that don't work and that we test and then we throw away. If you haven't gone in there to clean up your Google Ads account and turn off the ads that are not working and are negative on your profit, now is the time to turn those off. Ride on your winners for a while and let your winners do the work for you. This the same applies to any advertising you're doing. If you have a clear positive ROI on that advertising, continue it, right? That's important. That's really valuable. That's why you were advertising all that time when times were easy. If you have advertising or marketing activities that are not clearly positive, now's the time to think about changing those, right? So for Google Ads, go into your account, turn off the ads that are not generating you profit. If you don't even know which ads are generating you profit and not, that would be a great time to get some help, because we can definitely wire up a Google Analytics account for you so that you can see all the way from which specific ads are being shown, all the way through how many orders or lead forms or contacts or phone calls did I get from that ad. And so if you don't have that intelligence right now, please get help from someone you know who understands Google Ads and Google Analytics and can give that to you, because that's an extremely powerful piece of business intelligence, knowing which ads are winners and which ads are losers. Number three, consider adjusting your services if your target audience changes, or if your target audience evaporates, right? During the COVID recession, we saw entire areas of balloon decor demand eliminated overnight, right? Not overnight, over the course of a month or 2 months. And as a result, the businesses that were solely focused on those categories took a major hit in revenue because there weren't customers, there weren't orders. The orders they'd taken canceled, right? All these kind of things. If you were doing weddings, you took a huge hit. If you were doing corporate in-person events, you took a huge hit. This is the time to adjust your services if your target audience, if your target customer is adjusting. Maybe you'll consider adding new services or targeting different types of customers, right? During COVID, there was a huge push away from corporate events and toward things going on in yards, right? Birthday balloons, front yard buddies, yard cards. I know that's not decor specifically, but so much decor work shifted from major events with lots of people at them to front yard celebrations and in front of critical business celebrations. If you were able to successfully navigate that in your business, you did far better, and you survived that fast economic change far better. We have clients here. We're sitting in late 2022 as I record this right now. We have clients that contacted us to say, hey, we need to make a change. This is what we see working, or what do you see working? And so we were able to come up with a plan to help them through that change. We then made the change. I mean, there were whole new websites that we produced very quickly for clients because they wanted to orient on small private events. And then now that we're on the other side of the pandemic's major economic impact, for some of those same clients, we've redone their websites to go back to business and to essentially eliminate the idea of the small front yard celebration. They don't want to do that anymore because that's not where the money and the profit in that is. But this is a representation of the fact that you may need to adjust quickly if your market changes quickly. So be ready to do that. Now, also hear that this is a good practice anytime, not just during recessions. Who are your best target customers? What are the services you want to provide as the business owner? What do you enjoy the most? What do you like the most? What do your customers like the most? You can make these adjustments anytime. Markets change all the time. You can be making those changes too. And you heard that when I said the story of after going to small private front yard celebrations and decor items and stick-based builds and things like that, we've shifted now back to businesses. I have multiple clients that have done that. We've launched 2 websites here in the last few years to make that pivot and then make that pivot back as that market came back. So that's number 3. Number 4, consider learning new skills and adapting the skills you have. Right? So you heard me name drop yard cards earlier. We had a lot of clients who, as they shifted to small private events for their COVID-focused offering, they added other add-ons for that front yard. Yard cards, for example. So you may need to bring in a new capability or new skill into your toolkit or the toolkit of your team so that you can make this shift that may happen as part of a recession. So start thinking ahead about that. Are there things you would do now if we're just in the fear and uncertainty section of the word recession, or if we're right in the middle of a deep recession right now? What are the things that you could do to change your service based on learning a new skill for you or your team that would allow you to do a better job for your customers? Number 5, consider joining a local networking group or referral group. Networking and referrals are a fantastic way to generate business. It's a fantastic way to learn how to speak about your business and how to learn who you need to seek out and connect with from a relationship standpoint to build your business. Certainly on the marketing agency side, when we get into significant recessions, we start evaluating these groups and whether or not it makes sense for us to join them. Because the people in these groups, if you join a high quality group, for example, in the United States, well, internationally, we have Business Networking International, BNI. It's a very strong networking group. It's extremely focused on generating referrals within the group. These can be really powerful. Your Chamber of Commerce, this is another kind of go-to networking environment. It may or may not have the strong focus on referrals. And so it might be a great place to meet people, but you might find that you don't get as much business out of those relationships as if you join a group that's really focused on generating referrals among members. Number 6, I want you to work to retain your existing clients. This means email marketing, texting them, calling them. If you don't have a CRM, a customer relationship manager, you need one because this is the moment that you want to be able to go back and see, oh, Jeff purchased a garland from us last year for his son's birthday, and he purchased this other decor for his wife's birthday, and he has a business, and he asked us about this around the holiday season. If you have that intelligence about your customers, now is the time you really want to lean on that and make sure that you're working with those existing clients and meeting all their needs because you already have those clients, right? We talked at the very beginning about not reducing your marketing spend because you still need to acquire customers. It's just going to be more expensive. This is the flip side of that, right? Make the money from the clients that you have and bring the value and bring the happiness and joy to those clients that you already have, like to the maximum you can, right? What does that mean? That means contacting them, having a conversation with them. If you have businesses that consistently refer your business, meet with those people who do the referrals to you. Grease all those wheels of commerce and get the most out of it. You've already paid to meet those people and generate that business. Next one, spend some more time engaging on social media. But I want you to be careful. This is number 7. Social media and balloon decor, it's a little bit focused on people who are in balloon decor watching each other and celebrating each other's work and wins and business journey and all of that. So some social media time is not productive when it comes to sales. I want you to look at the social media work you do focused on sales and marketing and generating repeat business. Focus on that. That's the area I want you to dive into when it comes to social media. Number 8, it's time to ask for reviews. If you have not been asking for reviews, there's no time like today, and this applies to any time you're watching this video. I need you to generate a lot of reviews. And what do I mean? I mean Google reviews specifically. If you're sitting at 75 Google reviews and you've got a 4+ star rating, yeah, go focus on Facebook or other platforms to generate those reviews. But I know many of you are not. Probably most of you watching this video are not. I need you to focus on those reviews. They're going to really help you stand out as people are searching for your business online. If there's a smaller customer pool searching, a higher review score, a higher review count, they're going to let your business stand out. You're going to get a bigger share of that market. Number 9 is my last one here. Continue creating content online. This is very much a digital marketing item, but as you may need to change your team, you may need to change your services. There's a lot of things you may need to shift. Please continue creating content online. Website articles, blog articles. If you're able to do any kind of collaborations and contribute content to whoever you're collaborating with, these are great ways to continue to boost the perceived value of your business in the eyes of search engines. So please keep that coming. There's an article on the balloonsuite.com blog that goes through all of these. And this might be the one where you want to take a minute and go read that part of the article to understand a little bit more about what we're thinking when we say continue or invest in content marketing. Because this is the perfect time, particularly if we're headed into uncertainty, we're in the middle of uncertainty. This is the perfect time to be working on that growing of the perceived value of your business for a search engine. Now, the good times are as well, but the good times are typically when people do it because they have the money and they're willing to push more money into it. Again, this is the time when you want to push that time and treasure into these areas because these are the things that are going to help you stand out and survive compared to your competitors who don't pivot and don't make the adjustments. So I hope these were helpful for you. If this video has been valuable and you know somebody well who's maybe in another market, maybe not in your exact geography competing with you, but if you know somebody who would benefit from thinking about some of these items and working through them and figuring out how this applies to their business, I would love it if you would share this video with them so that they can get the benefit as well. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope that whatever has brought you to this video is something that you feel strongly that you can overcome, because this is a normal, natural part of business, and this is a great opportunity for you to get better at what you do and get better at identifying clients.